Hmm. Um, Racing. Racing doesn't shower on a daily basis because she has to be really careful when she does, because otherwise, because like she has to like be very cautious because she does it too much. Tay's gonna find her doing it and then prank her too much, so she can't do it on the regular. Tay does not on the regular. She has too many other things she cares about. Um, Aaron definitely showers on the regular, and Kaguya Kaguya isn't on the regular because she only does it when Aaron yells at her to. And Moko, I don't believe Moko's a regular. I think she does it occasionally, maybe. Considering dying, she just gets a new body. Like, true. Okay, Grimoire of Marissa. The Grimoire has been stolen, and the culprit is Sanae. Finally. It's finally a second chance. With this, I can become #1 in Gensokyo. Is this Chirbo? Is this gonna be Chirno? You know how funny it would be if it's Chirno? I'm already so talented, so if I can change my form too. Hehe. Who's this? This isn't talking like Chirno does in these games, though. She doesn't have that accent. New way yet again. Yeah, this time it's new way. Change her form, guys. This time for sure it's new. There's not a single human who'd be able to resist me. And once they fall under my spell, I'll take them for all they're worth. Ooh, who is the June? Ooh, be everyone. Alice comes to mind. Let's see. They're parading their own talent. I'm gonna. I don't think maybe it's Gender Bender Renosuke. Yeah. Huh. Sega kind of comes to mind a little bit. A single human who'd be able to resist me. If they fall under my spell, I'll take them for all they're worth. Spell makes me also think Sega, because we know Ten Desires character, and this also makes me think her because of the would Sega use a grimoire. I don't know, maybe. I just think about it, not a single human would be able to resist me. Once they fall under my spell, this just makes me think Sega of putting the this things on people's head, whatever it's called. What do I do with the rest of it? There's another good idea. There's one human who thought she could make a fool of me the other day. She can have it. So someone stole the grimoire and is giving it. Who did Sanae make a fool of? It's the dark side of Gyakuten. True. Hmm. That should make a stir. Hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Who would laugh like this? There's a few characters that come to mind. It's gonna be Kosuzu. You're right. You're so right. Finally, finally, my Boon Boon Mario has won the newspaper competition. Hey, congrats. That's right, Shimaimaru. You're the best reporter we have. You can do anything. You don't have to play that silly trial game anymore. No more working yourself ragged to solve cases that never bring in new readers. It's a waste of your talents. Let's have a feast for you today. I'm feeling generous. Treat you to anything, so don't hold back. Good morning, Aya. Ah, Luigi, what do you want for drinks? Eh? This sake? Of course it's fine. Aya? All on the cheap, so don't be shy, because today is my special day. My newspaper won the competition. Aya, it's time to wake up. Ah, what? What's going on? Dormy? Oh my gosh, it's Dormy. Nothing's going on. You were slumped over on your desk sleeping. Eh? So, you win the newspaper competition. It was all just a dream. You've been talking in your sleep for a while now. Momiji, you heard that? Yeah, every last thing. Forget about it. That's an order. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Forget about it. Jay Momiji, swing your arms. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about them. There's nothing greater than that Momiji animation. If you don't... So this place is the Shimaimaru Law Office, isn't it? To think I would have to beg a Tengu for help. What a disgrace. Kaneko? You've got guests! Yes, the law firm that'll always prove your innocence. The Shimaimaru Law Office. Wait, Kaneko? Suwako? What are you two doing here? What do you think? We require your services as a defense attorney. It's Sanae. Sanae's been arrested by the maid from the Vampire Mansion. Yes, Sanae? How did that happen? I'd like to know that myself. That vampire's maid suddenly appeared, declared, Miss Sanae Kochiya, you are under arrest on suspicion of theft, and took her away. Sanae wouldn't ever do anything like that. Ah, but I think they said something about a grimoire. A grimoire? Book of magic spells, but that has nothing to do with Sanae, does it? Right, I don't follow. They arrest Sanae for stealing a grimoire? Unthinkable, isn't it? However, she'll be put on trial this afternoon, so the Scarlet Devil Mansion sent word that she would require a defense. Sanae wouldn't ever do that unless Kaneko or Suwako told her to, yeah. It was odd since she sold the account book of the Moriya. True. Well, there's good, like, whoever said it talked about that human made a fool out of me. Who did Sanae? Sanae wasn't involved in the last trial. Kind of what makes me curious. That's why you've come to me? We know Sanae better than anyone. I want us to defend her ourselves, but they said they wouldn't let anyone except a certified lawyer do it. Well, I am the only lawyer Gensoku has, still. Don't be like that. They need our help. My professor's reporting the news. Being a lawyer is just a side thing that got forced on me. You're always like this. There's no time to waste. I implore that you lend us your aid. Ayaya. No, that's you. Yeah? Kaneko? Bowing to a Tengu's a bit. This is the only way we can help Sanae now, so it cannot be helped, can it? Aya. I understand, I'll take the case. Momiji, get ready. You have to do all the hard work. Purple Baba, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. I presume you're doing Imperishable Night. I hope that was treating you well. If we are imposing, then I apologize. No matter how I feel about it, this is also my job. I didn't think you'd actually go and beg. It's all for Sanae, so it's a small price to pay. With that said, the trial's going to be held this afternoon, and so we'll be staying put at the shrine until then. We wouldn't want to do anything that could end up hurting Sanae's chances in court. Sounds good. We'll leave everything to you two. And they're gone. Whew. Looks like they've been dragged in another mess. Big movie just kid. Everett's different case. Come on. If the god's going to, if the god's going to be bowing her head to us, we really can't say no. You got that right. Flipped off the screen. Grimoire of Marissa, Day 1. I can't open up my... I can't open up the tab I want to. What are your thoughts? Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Sanae stealing her grimoire? I get if it was Marissa, a true hardened criminal, that one. Are magicians the only who have grimoires? Maybe Alice is the victim this time. Her house should have plenty of those to steal. Or it could actually be Miss Patchouli. Ah, that's also a possibility. She's not acting as prosecutor in the trial, she just stays cooped up in her library with her books. Well, we should go ask Sanae about it first of all. True enough. To the SDM. You can't do this to me. I'm innocent. I am a god incarnate, and a god wouldn't steal. How can you not understand that? All I do is pick up that book. How is that a crime? Sanae? Hmm? Why are you arguing with the wall? No one would listen, so I had to get it out of my system. I haven't done anything I should be ashamed of. I just wasn't expecting to find a poor lost child. Lady Kaneko already told me, you'd take charge of my defense. Let's get started right away, please. She's like a completely different person now. Just how she is. She's usually so nice and helpful. She can snap and flip back in a blink of an eye. Where's my freaking sheet to pop up my stuff? I want to look at people's character lists. As I'm sure you've already heard, but I'm accused of stealing one of Marissa's grimoires, but I only picked it up on the shrine grounds. It was Marissa's grimoire? How'd you know that? Her signature was on the preface. And she talked about that grimoire with me before. And what was in that book? I don't really know the details. Miss Sakia told me it was a collection of all kinds of magic spells. There's nothing unusual about that. Marissa's a magician, so she'd write down her spells in grimoire. No, the grimoire had one unusual feature. By eating its pages, anyone could become able to cast the corresponding spells. Huh? Anyone hungry for some books? I guess Marissa would come up with something like that. Was brought up in forbidden scrollery through some grimoire eating worm. Really? Interesting. Well, that does sound really convenient. But I am innocent. After all, I have the power to call miracles without relying on something like magic spells. Still, I'm sure there are some things you just can't do. There's nothing I can't do. Are you trying to get her worked up again? Sorry. When people act like that, it makes me feel like I'm being contrary. Would leaving everything to you really be alright? I don't understand the details, but there are all kinds of spells in there. It was made so that anyone could cast those spells by eating the pages. Were we able to tell if any pages were missing? And any page has been consumed? Anyone, so even yokai who don't know magic? Yes, and this is why I thought I had to return it to Marissa at once. She wasn't home. If she just stayed home, then I wouldn't have to be put through this. Please settle down tonight. So someone who had been wronged by Sanae previously stole this so they could eat a spell or two, so they could do something. Put humans under a spell to steal from them, and then didn't care about the rest of the book, so gave it to Sanae to frame her. Excuse me, I got a bit flustered there. Pressing the enter button. Oh, my mouse moved. What was it that you went to Marissa's house? Enter button. I moved my mouse again. Just before sunrise, I'd say. I went to see her right after I'd found the grimoire lying in the shrine grounds. And Marissa was out? Yes. Where could she even have been at that hour? Strange. And you're certain about the time. Of course, I always wake up just before dawn to sweep the grounds. It was Reimu, please. Just give me trials with no Reimu, please. After all that, you were arrested. That's how it turned out. Because I still had the grimoire. Ah yeah, this looks like a case of mistaken arrest. You should go to the scene right now. Right. Still, Saki wouldn't arrest her for no reason. We should find out more there. My ever-reliable sister is always ready to lend me a hand when I'm in trouble, but that also means she's always there to see me embarrass myself. When God served by Sanae, she's surprisingly frank and direct for a god, or maybe she only acts like that where Sanae is concerned. God is small in stature but great in dignity, and he'll take down anybody who messes with Sanae. Is that right for God to be this so impulsive? Today's suspect seems her attempt at a simple act of kindness totally backfired. With her looks, there's no reason for her to even want that grimoire. I'm a bit jealous. Notes on the grimoire were filed in the court record with determination. Miss Shimaru, Miss Momiji, we've been expecting you. It's Sakuya. You're out of line this time. Momiji? Whatever do you mean? Don't play dumb. Sanae hasn't done anything wrong. You have evidence at all. Naturally, we have proof of her crime. Ah, but I can't divulge everything before the trial. I want to hear that from you. Miji's right. I'm not at liberty to discuss this. This isn't gonna fly this time around. Oh shit, we get savage. Look, I'm sorry, but it's all like Saki has said. Marissa? Why is that? First off, not many people know about that grimoire. Sanae's one of the only ones. Come to think of it, Sanae did say she'd heard about that from you. In all honesty, this is quite a significant fact. It greatly narrowed down possible culprits. But it'd be pointless to start arguing here and now. We don't actually know anything yet. I love this mix of this theme. It's very good. You cannot comment. You can't comment on my notebook. This grimoire is quite the achievement, Marissa. The grimoire was stolen when I was over at Mistia's stall with Alice. Ooh, flirting. Guess I had a bit too much to drink that night. I fell asleep on the counter, and Mistia woke me up when she closed up at dawn. You had a bit too much? Misty kept showing off all kinds of nice steak she had, so I had to give them a try, right? Anyway, when I made it home, that's when I saw it. Saw what? Ah, you don't mean... I saw Sanae come out of my house with my grimoire. I tried going after her, but I was too tipsy for that. In the end, all I could do was get some help from the Scar Devil Mansion. Once I received that report, I went to the Moriya Shrine at once. I arrested the suspect after confirming that the book she held was Marissa's grimoire, and that it was missing some pages. Wait a minute, Sanae was only trying to return a book she'd found in the shrine's grounds. You're treating her like a criminal. So it was missing some pages. I mean, that seemed pretty likely, but... That's just excessive. Well, that is what the suspect claims. How would you explain her breaking into the victim's home, then? Well, the door of Marissa's house wasn't locked. Whoa, now, if somebody calls out for me at the entrance, I could hear them. But that ain't what she did. Oh yeah, maybe after Sanae called out at the door and got no response, she went and had a look in Marissa's house. Then she saw no one was home and went back. Even if she was trespassing, she didn't have any bad intentions. Let's say that's what happened. We still got better proof. A note had been left in the victim's house. It reads as follows. I am Sanae. I'm stealing your book. Your grimoire is in my keeping. Since it contains dangerous strengthening magic, please come pick it up at our shrine as soon as you can. Sanae Coach. I hate this game. No, I don't hate this game. I hate this world. Well, what's so strange about that? If anything, this is proof Sanae went in the house for innocent reasons. No, quite the opposite. Please read over again carefully. You have concrete details to spell the grimoire hole, but according to Marissa, the suspect had not been told about this. You see, making sense of grimoires ain't easy. You can't just glance through and know what spells do. These days I took it with me, please visit me and get it back. I blew 60 frames. I lost 64 frames. That's Joker. Sakuya, explain to me for 5 fucking seconds why Sanae would put this note in Marissa's house. Why on earth would she do that? The people there, so don't. But this is the 5th game I've asked myself this question. But then that's more than obviously the frame said. I don't even think that culprit wrote that. I think Sanae wrote that. Because Marissa wasn't home, so she didn't want to just leave the book there in case someone stole it. So she took the book back with her, but she left a note for Marissa saying, hey, I have your book. You should come pick it up. Just so you know it's gotta go, yeah. We believe the note was left behind by the suspect as an attempt to divert suspicion. You have no proof of that! I played these games before I should move. Come on! At this point, it doesn't seem unreasonable to suspect Sanae, but what are you talking about? Your cloud despair. It's dangerous, strength, and magic. Please come pick it up at her shrine as soon as you can. What's the Give me one fucking good reason why she would leave this note. You can't, can you? The Grimoire is a little pet project of mine. The idea was to make spells accessible to all. Well, I say that, but I guess I was really just killing time. Is that the truth? I think Marissa's the kind of person who doesn't like others knowing how hard she works. What sorts of spells did you write about in there? All kinds of things. Mostly spells to modify the body. A spell that change your height, or a spell that change the size of your boobs. Make you taller, huh? Make your chest bigger, huh? Just to suggest, these kind of pages were the ones torn from the book. I believe the suspect ate them. Who increased the size of their boobs so they could woo over humans to steal from them? Renosuke. Is that true? So Naruka! All the missing pages concern spells that could be used to enhance a woman's appeal. Spells meant to grow physical strength were left alone, for instance. Then tell me, Sakuya, why have Sanae's boobs not grown any bigger? Huh? All we have to do is take the court record of every character's boobs and go compare them to what they are now, and we'll find the culprit. Easy solution. The culprit's goal would be, guess she wanted to become prettier. Well, I don't think Sanae'd need anything like that, if you know what I mean. Oh, I know. Sanae's already tall, and she has such a nice figure. However, there's no limit to human desires. This cannot be considered proof the suspect's innocent. How is any of this fucking proof of her guilt? You saw me come from a mile away. Incidentally, about this grimoire, have you spoken of it with anyone else? Oh, that's right. There was Mystia. One time there was just the two of us at her stall. Oh no. Mystia is a swindler and everything that's not Mystia's izakaya. It was just the two of us at her stall. We got to talking about height and I might have brought it up. Oh gosh. You're sure about that? Yeah, but who would Sanae have gotten the better of as of recent? Better ask her yourself. I can't remember what we said back then exactly. Alright, there's no time to waste. Let's go at once. So, was there anybody else who might have known about those spells? I never tell Alice or Patchley about this. They just steal all my ideas. Find words from a thief. Hey, it ain't like that. I just borrow stuff sometimes. They can have it all back when I'm dead. Keep that up or we'll end up investigating your sudden its suspicious passing here soon. Don't bother. I'll just give that Shinigami the slip and be back before you know it. Very probably she might actually pull it off. Sanae's playable in UFOs from there, true. Wait, she was also playable in was she not playable in 10 Desires though as well? This isn't something I wrote. Oh, she's not claiming to have wrote it. I hate this world. Yep, she was. So Sega still remains on the list. Roadside food stall. I can't wait to show up and Misty to have like double D's. Misty is always moving that saw around, so it's never easy to find her. We should be near the Force of Magic this time. Ah, do you hear that? Ah, her boobs aren't any bigger. I'm not singing again. I am a creature of the night, and yet I must work under the sun, for today is restocking day. I haven't had to hear that singing voice in a while. She's as loud as ever. So it's pretty impressive how she can always come up with lyrics and a tune on the spot. Isn't she just singing whatever goes through her head? Misty, do you have a bit of time to talk? What is it you want? Thank you. Please don't sing your answers. I'm a night sparrow. Singing is my life. You think you can deny me my purpose? Misty is headstrong as ever. That's the only reason I can keep this business running, when so many of my customers are humans and yokai who are stronger than me. Well, there's some truth to that. I'm not gonna just accept it. We don't have any time to waste, let's get this over with. If Misty can sing as loud as Kyoko can yell. Probably not. But who knows? I didn't get many customers last night. In the end, only Marissa and Alice came by. Only these two? There was a downpour in the middle of the night. When it rains, business dries up. Heard that Marissa slept here until near dawn? Until dawn? Oh my gosh, what a reference. Maybe Misty, though, she's serving Alice and Marissa at the time, right? Well, she might have heard about the book originally. Like, it's hard to say exactly when the book was stolen. Probably during the night. But it's hard to say for fact. I think what's realistically possible is that Marissa told Mistia, and either about this at some other time, and either someone overheard it, potentially Alice or someone else overheard it, and then wanted it for themselves. Because Alice was one of my original suspects. Or Mistia told someone else about it, and that's what made them interested in it. Yes, I suggested she try some of my finest steak, and she ended up falling asleep on the counter. Left her alone for a while, but I had to send her home when the closing time came, at daybreak. She was asleep for a long time, then? Her snoring was very loud. What about Miss Alice, then? She went home a little bit after Marissa fell asleep. Maybe it was her bedtime? Well, that one's a proper magician, so she doesn't actually need to sleep. Do you have proof of who came here last night? Eh? Are you doubting me? I was in this stall the whole night yesterday, and no one else came. It's just in case. If you give me something like that, it'd be a big help. Being a lawyer sounds like a lot of trouble. Wouldn't you be better off in a shop like mine? Maybe a place that serves grilled chicken? You're no guide to the bamboo forest. Don't you dare start thinking I'll be taking your sass lying down. I'm gonna send you and your cart flying instead. Ah, your temple's throbbing. It's not the only thing of hers that's throbbing. Miko got Giga good hearing. Yeah, Miko did this. Look, just show us proof we'll be on our way. Dude, if Miko did this, that'd be hype. Mamizo. If 10 Desires is around, Mamizo's around. Although it's hard to say, was this in time for 10 Desires or just the 10 Desires demo? Right? Because in the first game, Kogasa appeared, but only Kogasa. So it might have been only in time for the demo, for all I know. It was Fudo. Then, is that good enough? My receipts, I have my receipt. I have the date, customer's name, and orders all written down there. Thanks a lot. Whoa, did Marissa really drink all this? That's right. She put it all on tab 2, so collecting is going to be a pain. Does Marissa actually pay you back now? She comes up with some money if I go collect at her door. The same with the Hakure Shrine Maiden. She has to deal with these two all the time. I guess it's no surprise she gets so cocksure. Cock. Mommy's can already look like whatever she wants to be. Yeah, but, you know, it's a thought that came to mind. Because Mommy's can be a little devious. Oh yeah, please wait. What's the matter? These are seats. There's wet marks on them, so they don't smell, so it's not sake. Oh, that. They got wet from the downpour last night, but you can still read it just fine. Writing's a bit smudged, but I think this will still work as evidence. I think so too. I don't like where that's going. Oh, this is the grimoire Marissa told me about. This was my first time seeing it. So you did hear about it from Marissa. I asked her if there was a way to become taller with magic. Marissa ended up telling me about it. So there's a connection, maybe. Why magic to become taller? When I have to deal with rowdy yokai, I don't want them to think they can just push me around for discounts. The eatery business isn't easy either, you know? Well, then why don't you wear platform shoes? Or I could lend you some Geta. It's way too hard to walk in those. I don't like it. It might look like I just have to stand behind the counter, but I actually have to move around a lot. Alright, I understand. Suspicious, but I'm reading too much into it. Looks like that's all we need. We'll be going now. I think we have a few things to ask Sanae. And Marissa too. Something's bothering me. I'll sing you a farewell song. Goodbye, my friends. Let us meet again in paradise. Please, no foreboding songs. By paradise, I meant this shop. What kind of paradise is that, in the first place? Ah, yeah, just leave it be. We don't have a lot of time. She's getting on my nerves. I'll have to make sure to give her a rave review in the paper. Night Sparrow's rip-off dive. What's your problem? What's the rip-off? Don't be so naive. I'll come with some proof later. Lawyer really shouldn't be saying that, you know. This is... What's wrong? I think something near here smells like Sanae. Ah, this is it. This thing? Can't tell what it's supposed to be at all. But it looks like it was made by hand. Sniff, sniff. It's not just Sanae. I also smell scents from that stall on there. You tell how long it's been here? There's no way. Yesterday's rain is damping it a lot. It smells so faint I almost didn't notice it. You know, sure is something, Momiji. As you'd expect from a good white doggy. I'm a white wolf, Tengu. Keep doing that on purpose, don't you? Mysterious object, my ass! Let's bring a get over here, though. Left for design, this has nothing to do with me. If you return those streets later, I'll need them for my account books. Why are you showing me this? What's this? Equals to CSI, yeah. Okay, you rat bastard. Ah, Marissa, I just wanted to double check. Persistent, aren't you? I ain't changing my mind. You still think Sanae is the culprit, you mean? Yup. I know what I saw. It's like, no point starting a fight here. Sure she'll be testifying in the trial. You're just in time, Miss Shimaru. Can I fucking beat everyone to death? How they dunked her feet in Sanae bathwater and sprinkled this smell around. True. Saki, are you still investigating? This house likes it's like its own little forest of magic. But I mobilized all of our staff, and we managed to put it in order. But that ain't my fault. It was because the thief went through all my stuff. I think it was a mess when I came home this morning. That'd disqualify other magicians as suspects. Why can you say that? Grimoires are imbued with magic, which magicians are able to detect. Being a magician should have been able to find it at once. Sanae isn't a magician. Couldn't this be the true culprit's misdirection? If suspects were narrowed down to magicians, they'd be found out easily. You truly think so? I'm sure the culprit would have preferred to leave the scene as quickly as possible. So might have come home at any time after all. Oh, so that can't be used as evidence. That's too flimsy. Meanwhile, everything you have for Sanae is like, no, this is clear, definite. I hate this world. Wait a minute. Might be right, but by the way, we found this during our search at the house. One of Mistia's feathers. But then, guess there's one of those floating around. So what? That ain't surprising. Yeah? That bird comes to hassle me about my tab all the time. If I ever told her I'll pay her back, I'll pay it all back once I make it big. It really does feel like we're on the verge of yet another incident. But the point still stands. Mistia Loreley frequently visits those who owe her large tabs to collect money. This could be left behind at one of those times. Why would it be inside, though? Why on earth would it be inside the house? Seems she has a lot on her mind, despite appearances. Now's not the time to be impressed. This is proof Mistia, who knows about that grimoire, has been going in and out of Mercer's house. Ah. Then could the true culprit be? It's too obvious if it's Mercer. Or Mistia. What did the note actually say? Your grimoire is in my keeping. Since it contains dangerous strengthening magic, please come pick it up at our shrine as soon as you can. Sanae Kochiya. Supposedly, Sanae did not write this. So, someone's framing Sanae on purpose. Well, we kind of knew that from the opening text. Culprit, who are you suspecting? This is an exquisite delicacy that makes its subtle, smooth flavor known after a single bite. I'm certain there are only a scant few who can bake such exceptional cookies in the entire world. And they complement this black tea to perfection. Don't beat around the bush. 5 stars. Sanae? Ah, if it isn't I am Omichi, have you discovered anything new? Before we get to that, what was up with that little show of yours? You might not know this, but I had a bit of a reputation as a food critic before coming here. Misaki's tea and cookies are just so delicious, and before I knew it... Maybe the type who's always paying attention to the camera. We need to feel like maybe not defending these people might be better for Gensokyo. I never wrote any note. Once I realized Marissa wasn't home, I left at once. Then Marissa saw you walking out of her house. That's right, what awful luck. I've had that grimoire in hand then, too. But then who wrote that note? Had to have been the true culprit. You really think so? Eh? The inside of Marissa's house was a complete mess, and I couldn't tell where anything was in there. I definitely didn't see anything to write with. This note was written on paper with a pen. And a thief wouldn't want to dig around for those things at the crime scene. Anyway, it's clear I've been set up. I'm counting on you to prove my innocence. Of course I will. Come hell or high water. What damaging evidence that turned up. It's more like hell or high water are already here. Don't I know it? I mean, obviously Mistia's suspicious, but I feel like it's too easy. What? I see Marissa's and Alice's names on there. This is a bird's quill, isn't it? Did you write with that if you had ink? Do you know something about this today? Yeah? No, not at all. The Marissa saw her with the book, but did return to her that instant. No, she didn't see her with the book. Her, what bad luck means that she didn't see her with the book. Oh no, that means Marissa saw her with the book, but Sanae didn't see Marissa. Until we only just told her about this. You're acting blatantly suspicious. Have you truly never seen this before? I don't know anything. I've never seen these stilts. Ack. This is one of a pair of stilts? That's a very strange shape, doesn't it? That's how they are in the outside world. Did you ever go to Miss Stall on these stilts? They smell like we're cooking. Moriya shrine moment. This is important, so stop doing that. Well, you may be my lawyer. I have no comment to make on this matter. I'll be able to defend you with that case. Please answer honestly. No comment. Hey, I didn't think of writing a feature on Kensuke's loveliest ladies in the next issue of the newspaper. I could give you pride of place. Give you pride of place on the cover, Sanae. The ravishing wind priestess who can work miracles. I'll draw out all of your charms on behalf of your many fans. Matters about that duty. What you could do with that kind of publicity. Even so, no comment. I can see you don't hate the idea. I just give it up. I love when this game is great to me. Alright, it's almost time. We have to go. Ah, that's right. With only this much evidence, I don't know if we're gonna win or even survive. So, remember to behave yourself and do exactly as the lawyer says. Yes, that tango's supposed to be the best there is. Lady Kaneko, Lady Sulaka, thank you so much. I promise. I'll be acquitted and returned to you. Die! What are they doing? Please don't ask me. Leave that aside, Sanae isn't the thief. Who would the true culprit be? Somebody definitely comes to mind. I still feel like there's something out of place. It's hard to believe, but do you think it's possible Marissa set this all up by herself? Is there any reason Marissa might want to paint Sanae as a criminal? Or consider that. Then Aya, who do you think the true culprit is? That'd be... Looks like it's time for court to open. Now, let's go. Aya, you're the defendant. Why are you so eager? I know myself to be innocent, that's all. Wish she shared some of that boundless confidence with the rest of us. And actually, like, talk to us and give us information. Instead of not telling us something that the prosecutor's clearly going to bring up in the middle of a trial and ruin our day with. Also, it's Remy time. It is certified Remy time. Trials Sanae, Koji, and begin are both the defense and prostitution prepared. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Very well. Then first of all, the prostitution may deliver their opening statement. Understood. No matter how many times we go through this, I just tense up in the moment. The charge in this incident is larceny. The victim is Marissa Kurisame. The defendant is Sanae Kochia. And yes, you heard me correctly. Shortly before dawn on this April 10th, a grimoire was stolen from the victim's home, and part of it was eaten. While the accused will not admit to the deed, the evidence and testimony make it clear that she is the culprit. That is all. A grimoire? And it was eaten? Was a grimoire a manual on magic? Yeah, this grimoire of the victim's own making is quite special. By eating the corresponding pages, even one with no aptitude for magic would be able to cast spells. Merely listening to this is upsetting my stomach. I am told the missing pages concern spells that could be used to change one's height, or the size of one's chest, things of the sort. It appears the accused sought to keep this beautifying magic all for herself. Herself? What if it's Renosuke? Renosuke walks in, just posing double D's. That would be inexcusable. Eh? What? Your Honor? Continue the proceedings. No way, does the judge want those spells too? Sure, Aki is a very common thing. Yeah, aloud, she'll hold you in contempt, so drop it. Now, the defendant will take the stand. That's a very cute Sanae sprite. Defendant, state your name and occupation. Sanae Kochiya. I'm the Moriya Shrine Maiden, and a Wind Priestess. Well, I'm pleased to find you are still more courteous than a certain other Shrine Maiden. Dude, it saddens me to see you stand here as the accused. Whoever made these games, even when they're not involved, they just fucking hate Rainbow and Marissa. Or purposely increase the size of the boob at 20-fold. Yeah. I am innocent. I swear in the name of the Wind Priests who served the great Kaneko Yasuko. Do you deny the charge brought against you? Naturally. All I did was try to return that book to Marissa, and yet I'm being treated like a criminal. Your Honor, I hereby lodge a protest against you. Fucking A. Sanae. Sanae, your tone! Watch your tone! If worse come to worse, we'll take justice in our own hands. You needn't worry about things. Whoa! That's illegal. Whoa there. This is the first time a defendant or entourage have shown themselves so lively. The prosecution requests those disruptive elements be removed from the courtroom. Well, then I request the prosecution be removed from the courtroom. I can't get a word in. Things are getting out of hand already. Order! The defendant and those in the gallery are to stay quiet. Should anyone disrupt the trial again, they will be made to leave the courtroom. But I'm innocent. If we can encourage Sanae a bit, if we can't encourage Sanae a bit, we'll be in trouble. In that case... Oh, I hate this world. Fuck it, I don't know. No, you can believe in us. I've won so many acquittals in this court, I can't even remember them all. Hiya. I'll be counting on you. Let me tell you but one thing. You had best be well prepared. Today will be the day I expunge all of our grudges. Yeah, I'm sure. Looks like you've gone and made Miss Remelia mad somehow. Seems things have finally calmed down. Prosecution may now summon their witness to the stand. I will say greatest line ever. I request that the prosecution be removed. You slut. As expected, it's Marissa. I would not put it past Marissa being the culprit, just because... What if whoever did this... What if whoever did this stole the pages from Marissa because they didn't want Marissa to cheat at life and make herself taller and her boobs bigger, because all this is to make Marissa a better person. Her testimony shouldn't be a surprise either. Witness, your name and occupation. Name is Marissa Kirisabe. My job's run the Kirisabe magic shop. Guilty. What do I say? Whoever made this game hates Rainbow and Marissa. Mata! Why are you passing judgment on the witness? Pardon me. You're here as a witness today. Strike this from the record. Green hair, but it's shorter and has smaller boobs. The answer is clearly it was Kasume. True. Or Eiki! Eiki, those things are puffing up a little more than usual. Am I wrong? Oh no, I really didn't do anything this time. I'm a honest-to-goodness victim here. Your past offenses speak against you. Doesn't put much faith in Marissa, huh? Yeah, we had to do all that last game. It would work to our advantage. When the time is right, we can go on the attack. Witness, pull yourself together. You need only tell them what you saw. Ah, yeah, I saw it all with my own 2 eyes. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I saw Sanae at the time I was coming home from Misty's futsal. It was just as she was stepping out of my house. I could tell she had a book in her hand. I tried going after her, but she had too much of a head start, so I gave up. But it really was Sanae, no doubt about that. As we expected, but sounds even worse hearing it all out here. What terrible luck to be constantly act like this. If you wish to plead for mercy, now's the time. You know, Sanae really did go in and out of Mercer's house. I'm sure there's some way I can challenge this. If only because we're done for if I don't. Eh? Are we really gonna be fine? Well, I'll do something about this somehow. How far will that bravado take you, I wonder? Dude, I can't stand Aya sometimes. Ugh, I can't talk back. I can talk back, but it's so obviously true. Aya every 5 seconds. It's hopeless. That would have been near dawn. Yep. I'd conked out on Mercer's counter Misty's counter that night. You still made it home in your state? My homing instincts never fail me. You don't use homing. It's true, there are people like that who can always make it home, no matter how drunk they get. Ah, yeah, we're drifting off topic. Was it really Sanae? What do you mean? Culprit could have disguised themselves as Sanae, or you could have been so drunk you couldn't know for sure. Why am I losing frames? Oh, there, she had a blue skirt, that white vest, and that bright green hair. There's no way it could be anyone else. There are other people who have green hair, isn't that right, Your Honor? What are you implying? It's not like that. I just need an example. Have you forgotten that, aside from the victim, only the accused knew the secret of the grimoire? I say, hey, there's Misty too. It could have been her. Well, how'd you get taller then? Just so you know, if you eat the pages for my grimoire, it'll take a while before they start working. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, how'd she get taller then? It's just not gonna work. Tristan and I was there, so don't rush. We'll have to find some other explanation. That was the stolen grimoire, without a doubt. I don't think it could have been anything else, but I can't say for certain, no. Why is that? I was too far to sense its magic. So, there's quite a bit of distance between you and that person you think was Sanae. Well, I could tell it was Sanae, like I said earlier. So you did. This appears to be eyewitness testimony we can trust. Hey, do we remember that part where she just admitted to being completely wasted? Far too early to jump to conclusions. Is that right? I cannot say there is much likelihood this was someone in disguise. Yeah, how many times? Yeah, how many times have we done this since someone's been in disguise? Like once or twice, but you know, it's more than 0. What should I do? You let her get away with your stolen grimoire right in front of you, just like that? Well, I had no idea she'd stolen something from me then. If I'd known, I would have chased her down, full speed ahead. We usually go all out in everything you do. This isn't like you. Even I have my days off every now and then. And Saki and the others sort everything out for me, so it's all good, right? This is wavering the littlest bit. This could be the thread we're looking for. Do you maintain it with Sanae, you saw? Going on about that? Sanae was one of only a couple people who knew about that grimoire. I saw her with my own eyes, leaving the scene with a book. She's not wrong, Sanae really did go into her house. But I don't topple this testimony, we'll be finished. Doesn't look like there's any contradictions either, but if we can find a weakness... anything like that? Wow, Marissa's behavior feels a bit odd. Even then. There's no use, aren't any openings. Too early to be giving up. Let's go over the whole testimony again. I feel like something about it is different from what Marissa told us this morning, so let's solve that mystery. Remember, we can press as much as we want to, so try it if you feel unsure. Is that really gonna work? I have an idea for what I'm supposed to do. I will repress everything just to make sure. Marissa, your testimony may not have any inconsistencies, but I still have doubts about its reliability. What do you mean? Don't pay any mind. If there are no inconsistencies, then what reason is there to doubt the witness? Let me show you. What I have here are receipts borrowed from Mistia's stall. Please take a look at Marissa's bill over last night. No matter how you look at it, you had far too much to drink. It's no surprise you fell asleep there. The witness snored through the night on the counter, that which we can confirm. But there isn't anything odd about this. Allow me to ask you something, Romelia. After binge drinking and passing out, is your judgment as sharp as it usually is after you just wake up? Ah. Well, I suppose. The witness might have still been drunk when she got home. When you realize that, Marissa's unexpected behavior makes perfect sense. She was so drunk she couldn't have chased Sanae, even if she wanted to. You got me. Marissa. I saw Sanae walk out of my house with a book in hand, but I was pretty far, so I couldn't feel the grimoire's magic, and I was still drunk, so I didn't go after her. Then there is cause to doubt this testimony. The witness was intoxicated, there is a risk she may have been mistaken. Where was this during the show trial?
Hikiyaki.
Well, the witness saw the accused with her own eyes. Well, I agree that seems to be the case. We must abide by the iron rule of law of these trials. Damn, Aki actually like being helpful for once. That being proved beyond reasonable doubt. You did it, Aya. The worst evidence against us has got you. Momiji, how many times have we done this? Where we're like, yeah, we did it, and then they pull like 3 other things. So the cookie track record would show, so she some slack. Yeah. Right, it should be too hard to prove Sanae's innocent now. Yeah, fucking Aya, what are you saying? It can't be helped. Your Honor, may the witness move on to the remainder of her testimony. I will allow it, but bear in mind anything she witnessed while drunk will be of dubious value. This is different, because the accused left conclusive evidence behind for the witness to find. Conclusive evidence. I mean, you know it's gonna be bad the moment you have characters be like,
It's all gonna be great, guys! Oh my gosh, we're gonna get out of this one! Oh, it's all fine! Yippee!
Moriya, can I tell him now? You may. Remember, I'm the prosecutor here. Do not address me so casually. Lighten up, will ya? Well, whatever. I got this. Dude, this theme puts me to sleep. It's such a good theme. Hold on a second. Man, we remove the prosecution, me too. And maybe we move this game. And I never have to think about it again. The weird thing is the notes Sanae left behind. She wrote about spells from the grimoire I never told her anything about. If she knew all about all that stuff, she must have read through the book. Top of it, that note had some real neat handwriting. There was paper and ink lying around near where I found the note, but there weren't any pens. I must have written that note ahead of time and left it behind so she wouldn't be suspected. You know, I think Marissa is a prosecutor too now. I told her she never left a note, so if we allow that testimony to stand, it'll be a problem. We have to find a contradiction somehow. Still, it's such a strange story. Even that note at face value, it would be proof of Sanae's innocence. Sanae herself insists she never wrote it. I think there'd be a good clue there. The true culprit might have gotten ahead of themselves with that trick. Sanae, I'd like to confirm again. You never left any letter for Marissa. Certainly not. I did go inside the house, but it was such a mess I couldn't find anything. I didn't bring a note with me either. I did happen to see some ink and paper by chance, but there wasn't anything to write with. I would never lie, so this must be true. Yeah, the witness is just a filthy liar. A filthy liar, huh? Well, I'm not gonna sit back and take that. Why don't you come down here and try saying that again? Kaneko, I'm going. Don't try to stop me. I'm gonna beat the fear of God back in her. Of course, and I'll be by your side. Hey, Kaneko, Lady Swako. Sanae, if you don't say something, they're gonna get themselves thrown to the court. Fight hard! I'll be praying for your victory. I demand we remove the prosecution. It's no use. Order! You're warned. The two from the gallery will be removed from the courtroom. For the defendant, I was a step too far. He's clearly been egging on the gallery. Bailiff, escort these three to a waiting room. Bailiff Onizuka! Komachi! Looks like our bailiff will have to be disciplined for slacking off again before she can carry out her duties. All parties concerned, please wait warmly until then. I almost got back to her usual self. Well, there's nothing we can do but wait. It'll be a problem if we can't get to a nice side of the story. I swear I didn't mean to leave you hanging. I was just busy with other stuff. Report to me for a proper lecture after the trial. You're far too apathetic to your duties. Yeah, I'll get right on it now. Proper response is yes. Just how many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? Yes, I just gotta bring him along. Party of 3, I'll be your guide. Your fare to the crossing, please. God, I only got a little mixed up, that's all. They're not putting Komachi on screen. I have to compare her boob size to what it was before. And now let's resume the trial. Guess the judge does have her up too. I'll lose my mind. Oh, yeah. That premise is flawed from the beginning. Sanae never left you any note. If she came all the way to return a book to me, then she would have then she should have left a message, don't you think? It's nice to explain that to you a little while ago. There wasn't anything to write with in your house. Everything in there got thrown around all over the place. If she couldn't find a pen in that mess she made, huh? How the hell am I supposed to get everything back in order? I think it was like that to begin with. Nah, I had all my stuff where I could find it. Instead, I'd messed everything up. She couldn't have found the grimoire easily without magic. Physically sure about strengthening magic. And there were spells like that in my grimoire. Is it possible you did tell her about them and just forgot about it? Nah, it wasn't like that. Lately I've been writing a grimoire that would make it so anybody could use magic that ate its pages. That's all I told her about it. What's Sanae have to say about that? I can make miracles, so I don't need anything like that. And that was that. And Sanae can't be the culprit. She didn't even bother asking what kind of magic it'd be. Obviously, a prospective thief would feign indifference. That's only common sense. That's about right to me. If you'd been interested, I'm sure you'd be calling that evidence. Argument won't get us anywhere. Told me this morning that reading magic spells takes a lot of time, and Sanae, who delivered this book to your house just after finding it at her shrine, would not have had that time. Ah, but she ate it! Sanae's the culprit, then that's not a problem. Once she saw I left for Mr. Stall, she'd have plenty of time to sneak in, find the grimoire, and read it. However, Sanae would have been in your house all night with no way to know when you might come back. It doesn't make sense. You got proof she wasn't there all night, then? Indeed, evidence is everything in a trial. Surely you have proof on hand that'll convince us all. How will your proof... Do you? I don't remember anything like that. Of course I don't. It's all just a bluff. What I thought. This is awkward. Use the getup. Use the getup. Will the defense present evidence? I declined to do so at this time. Well, exactly as I expected. Like, this lawyer can't cut it, huh? You know how many times I've defended you, Marissa? Twice. Ugh. Well, if you need a defense again, you better not come to me for help. But did you think to examine that handwriting? Of course we did. We concluded it does not match the accused's usual writing. But then Sanae wasn't the one who wrote that note. Unfortunately, we cannot say that for certain. And why is that? Well, the use of spell cards is temporarily suspended. The same cannot be true for miracles and such. Wait, are you seriously suggesting Sanae used her power to disguise her handwriting? It is, as I said a little while ago, claims are to be proven beyond reasonable doubt. Many possibilities exist, we cannot cleave one way or the other without evidence. Come on. How could she ever written this note without a pen? Don't ask me, she could just brought one with her. I don't feel like you've been contradicting yourself for a while now. You're the one being weird here. There's nobody who could have done it except Sanae. You just keep saying it wasn't her. This is completely convinced Sanae's the thief. It makes me weird about her. You guys have to compare Misty saying writing and writing the letter. Yeah, but if we do that, they're gonna be like, this writing is smudged by the water drops. We can't tell anything. What do we got here? Goddamn Mansion's Vampire's today's prosecutor, heartlessly running down the opposition while sipping her trademark scarlet tea as her style. Clearly, not the big cheese this time. Clearly establishing right and wrong is her specialty, so she's pretty much the best judge we could ask for. What if she wanted that grimoire for herself? Nice bear who runs a stall selling grilled lamprey. She puts in a lot of hard work. I'll admit it, but it's a little worrying how two-faced it's made her, and hide her disdain for humans. The Human Magician, a grimoire of her original spells, which she poured tireless efforts into for the benefit of all, citation needed, has been stolen. Looks like it's gonna be one of those role reversals. Yeah, I know how much you hate Marissa game. I know how much this game maker hates Marissa. They're gonna make her the culprit. So I stroll over her house. I suppose that's only natural. I didn't think it would turn such a problem. But then would the paper used to write that, no, it'd be different from the kind you have at home. Sadly for you, it is, written with ink and paper commonly sold at Corindo. Certified man of scheme moment. Very typical Tengu-made paper and Kappa brand ink. I'm certain you have some in your home as well. So it is. Again, if you're getting stationery, this is the kind of thing you'll usually end up buying. Doesn't look like valid question is going to get us anywhere. There are contradictions all of Mercer's testimony. Don't have the evidence to prove it. That's right. Means the true culprit didn't really think that trick through. Could lead us to a breakthrough. If you say that. Weird. Something obviously doesn't add up here. I can't tell what it is. Might be that since there are so many contradictions, it's hard to keep track of things. Gotta look at this in more simple terms. That might be best. Quickly press everything just to make sure. Wait. No, that is something she must have said previously. It tries to use the ghetto on that, but it's not going to give you the option to. Need to examine that handwriting. Alright, I did go through that, yeah. Okay, so what am I... Nope. Nope. Give me my life back. At least it's quicker to get back into it. Give me my HP back. What's the issue here? I just kind of threw that out. There it is, the strangest part of the story riddled with contradictions. Dick. What the? What's wrong with my testimony? Let's assume Sanae is the culprit, like you said, Marissa. And that she brought a note she'd prepared ahead of time with her when she came to steal the grimoire. Sure. And you never told Sanae anything concrete about the content of that book. I told Misty a bit about it, but not Sanae, no. This is one of those moments where Remy's like, what are you digging yourself into a hole for? Blended, so can you explain how she could have written about those spells in a note she prepared ahead of time? What? Wait a sec. How'd that happen? Okay, I get it. She must have wrote in my house after all. Then everything makes sense. You walked right into that one. And what did she write on that note with? Where was a pen in that disaster area of a house? Eh? Well, what's going on? Oh, the sauce and I come in my house, you know? So that note has to be something she wrote, right? Note was left by the culprit, but it wasn't Sanae. It's a pity she never noticed it when she was there. So you tell me Sanae really did come just to return that grimoire? That's it. We can be sure that whoever the thief was, it wasn't Sanae.
You did it, Aya, with the... Yeah, Aya, you did it.
Cool, so... I'm sorry. Aya, why the fuck are you so surprised? We've done this so many times before. What is it? Was this whole testimony not based on a misunderstanding of the part of the witness? Good grief, worlds fail me. You think this testimony was invalid merely because there was nothing to write within the victim's house? You're the ones who are gravely mistaken. Don't be ridiculous. You just had the thing among the evidence You've had just the thing among the evidence you carry with you the whole time. So let's see it. There's nothing like that. Prosecution is prepared to go so far, then present this evidence. This might have significant implications on the credibility of this testimony. Is it not a night sparrow's feather? Oh, I getcha! A quill pen! In my residence, using these is quite usual. Come on, who else in Gitsoki would think to use something like that? But you could write with this if you had ink, and that means... Yes, in brief. The accuser wrote that note with this quill pen in order to camouflage her crime. Why bother leaving a note? Why bother at all? Like, seriously, why bother? But there's no ink on it. That's because it ran out of ink already. Come on, what an idiot. The situation has not changed after all. There's no contradiction in the witness's testimony. We can't allow that. We're getting a guilty verdict at this rate. But in the end, there was a waste, and I could have written that. Shut the fuck up, Aya! Ah, that's it. You can push there. Wait, does that create yet another contradiction? In that case, the verdict... What? What is it now? The Bale is sleeping in the nook of the gallery. Looks like she hasn't learned her lesson yet. Your Honor, you can yell at her as much as you want. Just as soon as we get a verdict. Whoops, quite right. The defendant... Hey, shut the fuck up with this bully every trial. What? I get one piece of evidence, I declare her guilty? There's a serious issue with the witness's testimony. Even the defense's turn to make a ruckus. I'd hoped that, after defend the gallery, we'd have enough of that already. It's only an unsightly final struggle. There's no need to humor this. Dude, how many times have we done this? It's like this after losing it. What is this? Me losing my mind? The defense will be allowed to speak one more time. This is not convincing. This will be it. Oh, there goes all my life because of why not? Oh, excuse me. I understand. New inconsistencies Mercer's testimony is. What's the inconsistency? It's one, you're right. Oh, I forgot in this game I can't save after this point. I knew it from the moment I started. I was thinking those authors, those jokes. Problem is that the note's neat handwriting. Opposed to foot writing. As I said, this is only the desperate scrabbling of a sore loser. Well then, Amelia, you know about writing brushes, don't right? I know of them. We do not use any at the mansion. I'm sure you have exquisite handwriting befitting the mistress of the Scottsdale mansion, but could you live up to those standards using one of my brushes? Obviously not. This is one of the best sprites of the entire game. And I walked right into that one, didn't I? Did I write about strength the book person have told about? Well, if you ate it, then you know how to cast the spell, so you know what the spell is. Hey, what's wrong, Amelia? Why are you so quiet? As Amelia said, it's obvious. Even if your handwriting is usually flawless, using completely unfamiliar tools is a different story. Moreover, if Sanae really was the true culprit, she would have had no way to know when Marissa might come back. And she'd need to worry about that too. She wouldn't have time to be fixing her handwriting. In short, this note could have been written by Sanae. I almost agree with the defense. It seems increasingly likely this note was some sort of fabrication. I can't believe it! So who stole the grimoire then? There's another person who knew about spells, and the defense requests they be called as a witness. Another? That'd be Misty Lorelei? Summoning someone as a witness just so you could treat them as the true culprit is against the rules. It will be difficult to establish the guilt or innocence of anyone who knew about the grimoire without hearing their story. I'll support the defense's request. This is also one of the best sprites. Dude, Remy's got some top-tier sprites. Great job, Aya. By the way, the fact that it says Grimoire of Mercy Trial 1 is curious. Didn't it say Day 1? Shouldn't it say Day 1? Or if I still come. As far as I can tell, no one except Mystia could be the culprit. That seems like... For her only ties that she knew about the grimoire, won't she say that she was at her stall the whole night of the incident? Tear it all apart. Only because Saki will be found guilty if I don't. Or Sanae, not Sakuya. Things might get complicated like usual. That's all. Court will go into recess till a witness can be summoned. We tell you this here and now. What? I'll be doing you this one favor, so I'll not brook any complaints later, no matter what happens. A terrible feeling she saw something up her sleeve. Okay, I gotta pee, and then I will... I'm back. Aye, it looks like I'm saved, thanks to you. No, we're just back to the drawing board. Look at that side. Is it fine for you to be here? With Kaneko Tsuhako, too. The Shinigami bailiff is skipping work as always, so how are we to know? We'll just sneak back in the gallery for the next That's good, D. What do you mean? What's wrong, Sanae? Making faces again. Next witness. It'll be the Night Sparrow from that food stall? Right, Moriya. Between you and me, I don't think the true culprit could be anybody else. I feel like you're jumping the gun. As far as that's concerned, I think you're right. But, is something the matter? You've been acting oddly for some time now. The bird giving you trouble, Sanae. Nothing. Why should I even bother with this trial if she's just gonna say that? It's nothing. It might be connected to the truth of this case. Please tell me. Tonight. It's already time. We have to get back in the court. Make sure you all behave yourselves this time. It'll be a problem for us to get thrown out again. I realize that. Besides it being your usual self. Got a bad feeling about this. Extra worrying when a god's saying it. I'm worried about this trial too. We'll now resume the trial. Is there a world that we get a guilty verdict on Moriya, but then we end up having to defend Moriya and it's someone else? We'll now resume the trial. First of all, let the witness take the stand. Cute Night Sparrow. Witness, what's your name and occupation? My name is Moriya Lorelei. And my business is grilling lamprey. This is not the time or place for sawing. Please speak normally. I'm a Night Sparrow. I can't be at ease if I don't sing. My name is Moriya Lorelei. I run a grilled lamprey stall. You'd be quite an exemplary witness if you could refrain from singing. Singing for the song's own sake is what it means to be a Night Sparrow. She's always so pushy, no matter who she's up against, even though she's a weakling. Oh, really? You would get it if you ever fought her yourself. I could beat her with one hand tied behind my back. Miss Tengu. Yeah? I'll make you eat those words. Because words will we be fighting with this time, not bullets. She's just asking for it now. She's gonna send her flying into space. Now. Could this have been the terrible feeling you've been talking about? No way. It's something much bigger than that. There's no doubting she's involved in this now. So, what should I do? First of all, tell us about the night of that incident. What were you doing at that time? Remy, you have me scared. I know, like, there's the scary feeling of... I go with an album, you can't tear it all apart all the same. Like, there's the scary feeling in the pit of my stomach, but it's not the feeling of, oh, Remy's gonna, like, have some argument, that we have to, like, fight down the argument, that we will fight down the argument. The scary feeling is, what is the game gonna pull? Because I don't trust this game to not pull something that is just... Like, it could literally do anything. That's the thing that has me concerned. Like, and that's good for the game, honestly. Like, as much as I'm questioning some trials and its endings at times, it's a good thing that I sit here and I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I had to stay in my stall the whole time that night, of course. What if Moriya is guilty and then we have to, like, then... I should think too. But, like, and Misty is under... Whatever. Because Marissa had gone to sleep there, you see. I'd recommended some of the finest steak I keep to her. I didn't think she'd actually fall asleep on my counter. I had to wake her up just before dawn since it was time for her to close up shop. Then she tottered off home, but I never could have thought there'd be an incident that night. Well, that was to be expected. You could not leave your precious stall and customer unattended. Not appear to be any oddities in this account. In which case, the culprit would have to be the defendant, who's the only other person to know of this grimoire. I think I thought it's pretty straightforward testimony. No one except Moriya could be the true culprit. She must be lying. How do we prove that? The choice to press forward and find out. We were really stuck there all night, even though we barely got any customers. It's true that only Marissa and Alice came by, but there are days like that. Well, wouldn't you be clothing up shop on days like that? In the restaurant business, you have to open shop, even if you feel no customers will come. Nothing like throwing newspapers around wherever and whenever you feel like it. You have any idea how much trouble I go through before I can even deliver those newspapers? No one ever agrees to an interview, and then it turns into a Danmaku battle, and then I have nothing to write about, and the paper can't be published. Ah, you're getting off topic again. Whoops, my bad. I know Marissa loves steak, but did you really drink it until she passed out? At first she was just drinking while talking about all sorts of things with Alice, but I served her some of my special steak. She couldn't get enough of it. Okay, this sounds sus. Not gonna lie, this sounds peculiar. Like something she did on purpose. When we're still asleep, she'd have the perfect opportunity to carry out the crime. Listen, I just gave her my special sake. For God's sake. We better wait a little longer. I bet that Marissa has built up a big tab already, but you still offered her drinks? 2 of her tabs been piling up, but she does pay up from time to time. She didn't pay me anything at all. I had banned her from my shop a long time ago. Something you could taste the alcohol of? So, I work in the beverage distribution industry, and there's a lot of things there, and I've tried a large number of things. I don't like the taste of alcohol, just like as is, so I don't really drink much, but I've tried a lot of things, and one thing I can say is there's something that comes to mind. First of all, Seagram's. If you ever have although this isn't strong. Like, strong things you taste the alcohol of. But there's 2 things that comes to mind. Seagram's is something that you don't really taste too much, the alcohol of. But another thing that comes to mind is there's Alcoholic Monster. It's called the Beast, is what it is. And they have a few different types of it, but like I've had the white Beast, which is just the white monster energy, but alcoholic essentially, and no caffeine. And that does not taste like alcohol. Like, that stuff goes down. You're like, oh like that stuff. You could drink that and not have any mind, and next thing you know, you could be down 3 or 4. So it looks like Marissa isn't a complete deadbeat. This game will just keep taking shots at Marissa's no matter what. But if it was quality sake, it must have been it must have been expensive. Wouldn't it be bad for biz if she turns out she can't pay for it? I have plenty of good customers who pay properly, so you don't have to worry about that. What? What's that word? How did I turn?
Apropos,
Apropos. Being both relevant and opportune. Apropos of nothing, some of my staff visit you often, I've heard. I've somehow turned my caps lock on, and I cannot turn it off. Hold up. But that didn't save. Hold on. Oh yes, Miss Saki and Miss Mei are some of my favorite customers. They always pay for everything, every time. I'm right. Only customer she likes gets the miss. Again, Marissa isn't part of the exclusive club. Missy still offered her best steak to Marissa. She must have not done that for a reason. And you just left Marissa sleeping there all night. That feels strange to me. I don't think it's that strange. It's up to me to decide my business hours. You just stood there listening to Marissa snore while waiting for customers that would never come? That's what working in the eatery business is like. You must have patience to succeed. It's just unnatural. You let Marissa, who's not even close to a good customer, have some of your best steak, and then had to deal with her sleeping at your counter all night.
Iggy Aggy.
If this is so unnatural, then why don't you try showing us some evidence to back up your claims? How about it, Aya? I'll pass it this time, if you don't mind. Twice now you've asked me to turn a blind eye. You started to build up quite the tab yourself. Says I owe you anything. Marissa was still drunk? She walked home like she was, but it sounds like she still made it home. After that, you closed up shop. Today is restocking day. I went home and tried to take a nap. Miss Sakia came to ask some questions. That's when I heard about the burglary. Understood. Too early to give up. Let's check every nook and cranny. I assume I'm just gonna have to... Does that mean Marissa left Alice hanging to drink your sake? Well, they were still talking, even though I heard those magicians didn't get along. I haven't heard what happened with these two yet. Please explain properly. Let me add to my testimony. Alice didn't try to wake Marissa? Maybe she was shocked Marissa just slumped over and started snoring. She only paid for her own bill and left. You didn't try to wake Marissa either, Mistia? Figured she'd come to her own eventually, but she slept until it was almost dawn. Must have known she wouldn't wake anytime soon, drunk as she was, since you used your special sake she'd been drinking. I guess so. Are too suspicious in so many ways. There's some strange parts, but I can't find anything decisive. I didn't think it'd be this hard. And that's all. Then my testimony's over. Can I go home now? You only have to wait a little longer. The judge will be delivering her verdict in a moment. Ooh, we get this. The defense's cross-examination isn't done yet. Then why don't you continue asking questions? But it seems you've run out of retorts. Your Honor, the verdict, please. So the other individual aware of this grimoire has an alibi, and the defendant. She claims she was sleeping at home, but no witness can confirm this, of course. Well, there's no direct corroboration here either. It seems likely the witness was at work until dawn. There's the reference. It would have been strange to close up shop and leave the victim unattended, with her sleeping there. Yeah, it would have been so weird. Of course, I keep my my shop open every night, unless the weather's too awful. Why would you say that, Miss Steele? You are fine. You are completely fine, Miss Steele. Like, you could, like, Aki's dumb. You would have gotten out of this one if you just didn't say this. The weather. Momiji's the only smart person in this place. Tell me something else that isn't that is new. Momiji, what's the matter? Aya, you're so fucking dumb. They just gave this to you for free. No, it's just a hunch I have. In that case, the time's come for a verdict. The weather. Ah! Aya finally put together. That was surprising. Once again, it's the defense making a ruckus. What is it this time? Please hold the verdict for just a moment. There's a definite contradiction in Misty's testimony. Weather is Tenchi, you're right. I wouldn't allow this blatant stalling. This is no stalling. I have clear evidence. This is the stall sales receipts for that day? Yes, and this evidence reveals a hidden contradiction because Marissa, who isn't a good customer, was served drinks. What does that mean? Eh? You don't understand? I'm sure I would if you could explain yourself properly. Very well, as you can tell by looking at this paper, there's a downpour in the middle of last night. And that is where the contradiction lies. She literally just said she would have closed shop if it was bad weather. Missy, what do you do when it suddenly starts raining during business hours? Missy realized she fucked herself over. I keep the shop open. Might just stop after a little while, even on that night. It was just a shower. Splendid. But would you want to send a drunk customer home just in case, wouldn't you? You would want to send a drunk customer home just in case, wouldn't you? A customer would have a large bill to pay that night. In other words, Marissa, isn't it odd you didn't wake her up when it began to rain? But she was sleeping like a log and snoring. Or just go to the fact that she literally said that she'd only close in bad weather, and that there was bad weather. This isn't what an ardent business sparrow would do. Recommending Marissa your best sake all on your own, and not waking her and setting her off even though she was sleeping in the rain. I'll get to the point. Miss Tia, were you in your stall when it started raining? Well... It wouldn't make sense for her to leave her stall alone with a sleeping customer for no reason. No, she has a clear reason to do all this. Because while Marissa was sleeping, Mistia sneaked off to her house and stole the grimoire. You see, it was quite unlikely the victim would wake up on her own after having this much alcohol. The witness could commit the crime and come back without worry. Is that what you're trying to say? That's right. Igiyagi! Continue your testimony. Huh? I'm telling you to continue your testimony. Her alibi has completely collapsed, isn't that enough? Regrettably, all suspicions against the accused have not been cleared yet. This next testimony will tell us why. If there's still testimony you have not heard, then it's too early to decide guilt and innocence. Is there really anything else? It could be... I hate this type of plot point. Sanae. No, it's nothing. I'm panicking. What is it? What is with this incident? This plot point of like, oh, I don't want to say anything. It's too embarrassing. I can't tell you. I can't stand that plot point. It's nothing. Oh my gosh. Those times Sanae came by my stall some days ago. I was shocked because she'd become much taller. Huh. When I couldn't help but wonder how she'd done it, she told me that it was the amazing power of miracles. Think about it now, I must have had the magic of Marissa's grimoire. This is... Okay, I've changed my mind completely. I've fucking changed my mind completely. This is the greatest fucking plot point I've ever seen. This? Sanae's trying to pretend it's her fucking miracles and she's just fucking walking on sandals that made her taller. Since there's spells to change your height in there. I was gonna act like this is the end of the world. Sanae, you're really this fucking dense you won't admit to using fucking Geta. What's going on here? That story, I haven't read anything like that before. It appears it paid off to leave this testimony for last. Dude, this is the fucking easiest contradiction I've ever seen in my life. What do you mean? Have you not been saying the grimoire stolen before dawn earlier today? It is not the same grimoire that was stolen, but its pages. And some could have been taken before today. She'd stolen that spell that would change your height. Then she tricked me and said it was one of her miracles. This sounds so convenient out of nowhere. Wow, this is crazy. Sanae's as tall as she always was now. How do you explain that? You're not listening? This is not a spell that makes you taller, but a spell that changes your height. She could also use it to return to normal. Dude, I just want to skip through this text so badly, because I just know how this could end. That's true. But could a miracle actually change your height? Sanae, did you really become taller? No comment. Nice, your lawyer's asking. You gotta answer. Okay, tell me this is a proof of that Misty is that character at the beginning. If it's nothing else. So, what I'm getting at is that Sanae came by a few days earlier pretending to be taller as a prank on Mistia, as a joke to Mistia. And then Mistia got upset about it, and then wanted to get spite on her, and also wanted to... Look, or Mistia then stole the grimoire and wanted to blame it on someone, and out of spite towards Sanae for that, did it to Sanae. Look at that smirk. What do you know? Since if you do not begin your cross-examination, there'll be time for the verdict. Ah, wait a moment. I'll do it. Where's my last jellyfish? Okay, I want to go make dinner. And, is that before or after you heard that grimoire from Marissa? I'm sure it was before. So you wouldn't have thought magic spells were involved at the time. I heard rumors Sanae could make miracles happen, so I didn't suspect anything. In a moment, I should keep leering at Sanae. That keeps flinching like a certain someone's got a hold of her weakness. All of this because Sanae is too embarrassed she was fucking doing this. Really? I was shocked because she's much taller. So how tall was she then? Oh, she was as tall as Miss Yukari, who comes over sometimes. Yukari's very tall. Does I get that much taller? But I had to ask her about it. However miracles was it? Sanae, do you really have that kind of power? This doesn't sound very likely. How many times do I have to say no comment before you get it? Why are you yelling at me? I should be yelling at you. Hey, please calm down. We're your allies here. Even between allies, there are things you can't speak of. Dr. Swaka, do you know anything about this? Let me think. Huh? Say, the one day Sanae went to the stall, wasn't she wearing a skirt that was way too long? Is that right? I do remember. I saw Sanae washing that skirt the very next day. What's remarkable about that? It was not a laundry day, so it's stuck in my mind. Here, though. I mean, I think short or tall, and there's different charms for all of them. That'd mean it got dirty. Well, that's not particularly strange, is it? Maybe she had too much to drink and fell over. If Misty saw something like that, wouldn't that be really worth reacting like this? Earth is going on. With that leap of logic, that's the only thing I could think of, and Sanae would know about that grimoire. It could be. I told Sanae about it around a week ago. Sanae sneaked in Marissa's house before today and stole the only spells that change your height then. Only the spells. Dang, it ain't impossible. I told Sanae about that grimoire. There was one other night I was out of the house. What was that? Remember when that bunch from the underworld dropped in at Rainbow Shrine and it turned to a party? That was then. Besides, you were there too, weren't you? Showed up all... I was just happy to be passing by, and then you started drinking all our booze. Oh, right. And Sanae wasn't at that party. She had an opportunity to commit the crime. If she had to turn the whole house upside down, she could put everything back if she had all night. What's going on here? Yeah. Mia's not saying anything about it. She must have known about this from the beginning? If you realize that now, it's far too late. That would mean the defendant stole from this grimoire twice? That is the prosecution's position. What brazen misconduct from a servant of the gods. This calls for severe punishment. Aiki, you're so dumb! Nothing new. Oh, okay. Apparently, sometimes pressing does good. Saying that, in the beginning, Sanae only stole those spells. Maybe she thought she'd test it out first, to see if the magic really worked. Why'd she test it with you, of all people? It'd make more sense to show Kaneko or Suwako. I'm the one you should be asking that, but I don't think Sanae will be telling you anything. Not keeping quiet isn't gonna do any good. We have the answer. We have the answer. Oh, dude, this is just so tilting sometimes. Can't get a clear picture if Sanae won't tell us anything. Feels like the answer has to do with her, right? Yeah. Don't tell me. Something wrong? There are other ways to change your height. I grew up a brain. I finally grew a brain. It took her long enough. Have you figured something out? Here's the defense's cross-examination is done, so please move on to the verdict at once. I'd appreciate it. I still have to restock the shop after this. Here's you have it tough as well. I will proceed right away. You know, my cross-examination isn't over yet. Missy's testimony is a pack of lies. Still clinging to hope, you're quite obstinate. But I won't allow it this time. Come now, you can put this on my tab too. It'd be a big help. I'll hear you out just this one last time. Make it quick. Guess you have a verbal contract now. Forget about that. Help me pick out the evidence. I don't know what the evidence could be. It could be anything. What is this? You can't do... Sanae, you're so fucking redacted. Like I thought it's related to this thing. Sanae, this is for the sake of Sake proving your innocence, so please bear with it. What is the meaning of this? Quite simple. Sanae used this to change her height. We've been informed Sanae wore an exceedingly long skirt on the day she visited the stall. She must have done so in order to hide she was on stilts. I'm sure it was only a passing fancy of hers, but it's too embarrassing to talk about. All the more so if you fell down right in front of Moriya, Sanae. I'll never play a stupid trick like this one again. It's the dumbest fucking... It's great, it's also terrible. She could have possibly have kept her balance at all on this. It's more like a tall, flimsy geta than a stilt. It's a fair point, but have you considered... Far too vague. How'd she keep her balance concretely? She can fly? Oh, I can see that's correct, but what does this have to do with this? If she can fly, then it would be possible for her to float. At worst, you can pretend to walk and then plant your stilts on the ground. That's a thought, I suppose. This was a rather simple trick after all. There was no need for any magic. That's how it is. It's been proven that Sanae never used any immersive spells. Hold up, there's still like, you've done it. Okay, every time someone says you've done it, that means it's not over. Thanks to you, Momiji, if you haven't found that still. Yup, here we go. I did not want to stoop to this, but the defense has built up quite a tab with me, and I'll be collecting now. The verdict has already been decided on. Why are you bringing that up now? That's invalid. You've accepted that you owe the prosecution a debt. That is an immutable fact. I can testify to that. Come on. Thank you very much, Your Honor. This might be contrary to the norms. Please allow me to present further evidence here. Further evidence? You had something like that? As I've said, I do not resort to such tricks, but I must win at all costs this time. Do forgive me. Be allowed to present this evidence, if only because I promised to bear witness. This is the prosecution's remaining evidence. What? Doesn't it just like the still we have? We have? There's no use presenting the exact same evidence. Overruled. No, take a closer look. The leg of the stilt is clearly shorter than that of the defense's evidence. That is true, yes. Oh please, why does this have to show up too? Nice losing her cool again. Well, I have no idea what's what anymore. I don't know either. This is something Sakia found at the witness's stall when she went to ask questions about last night. It was lying a little ways off the path. In all honesty, I couldn't fathom what this might mean, but as Sakia was puzzled by it, I kept it on hand. When the defense prepared their evidence before the trial, I realized this forms a pair with the stilt they discovered. As I could not confirm these were tied to the case before, I did not speak of them, and for that I apologize. What was the significance of this evidence? That's what I want to know. It is simplicity itself. No one would ever try to walk in a pair of uneven stilts. Doesn't matter, I already explained how Sanae could float. She could fake walking like that. If you tried imagining it, if you floated wearing stilts of different lengths, the short one would always be left hovering above the ground. That's true, but... if you tried walking like this, fake or not, you would have to be conscious of every step. And these stilts are unstable to begin with. No one could possibly be fooled. That's what's going on. Did you really go to the stall on uneven stilts? I can't answer. Please just forget about... I can't. This game takes itself so seriously at times, and then it just takes itself not seriously in the slightest at times. You literally tripped. That is something you will never hear. The shame would be too much to bear. What? Dude, this is the fucking dumbest plot point! Now, if you tell the truth, you'll be acquitted. That's not necessarily the case. Qua? Prosecution has shown it does not seem possible that anyone could walk convincingly in these stilts. Therefore, there's no longer any proof the testimony of the witness was a lie. You're kidding me. I could never cast any spells. Let's see proof of this. Missy's old testimony is full of contradictions. There has to be another hole somewhere. Proof that Sanae never used magic. And she can only use magic if she stole pages from the grimoire. We have to show that she didn't do that. Depends if you have evidence to present, do something at once. Time's running short. What'd you say? Yeah. Is this not the note we heard so much about? And this could prove your case? It can, and it will. According to Misty's testimony, Sanae would have stolen spells from the grimoire days ago, and only taken spells that would change her height at that time. Indeed. That is correct. What about it? The pages would have been torn from the grimoire twice. First before the day she went to Misty's stall, and once again this morning. That is the prosecution's stance, and it is entirely logical. No, there's something extremely strange about this. Let's assume Sanae is in fact a criminal. Then I would have sneaked into Marissa's house and stolen spells from her grimoire once before, and then she did the same thing again this morning. Get to the point already. Gladly, if the first theft went without a hitch, and Marissa never noticed a thing, why would she take the book and leave a note signed with her name the second time? I didn't think of that. That clue does not make any sense. It would ensure the crime would be discovered. A perfect crime would have already been accomplished. Deliberately leaving a letter bearing your own name would be a ridiculous blunder. It's been almost definitely proven that Sanae didn't write this note earlier, leaving us with only one possibility. Mistya, the true culprit was you. What? How can you even say that? No one but you would think to write this note with one of your own feathers. I didn't think I'd be found out so easily. Okay, well, that's... Mistya. It was me who stole that grimoire from Marissa's house. When she told me about it, I wanted it so badly. Is that how it was? I have the finest singing voice in all the land, but I still look like this. I needed those spells to become the glamorous diva I am meant to be. We cannot wait to grow up? How deplorable. He's crying! Oh, you baby. There's no way you can ever understand the feelings of Gitsugyo's unsung songstress. Okay, fine, but why'd you have to go out of your way to drag Sanae into it? What might it be, you all wonder? The truth is lost in a grove. Mistya, now's not the time to be playing around. Why don't you just take a guess? The lawyer who saw through my crime should have no trouble figuring it out. He always looks down on humans to begin with. Couldn't that be it? I don't think so. There's more to it than that. Does that ring any bells, Sanae? So even if Mistya will confess to the crime, you still won't talk. That is something you will never hear. The shame would be too much to bear. This is the dumbest fucking thing. Sanae tripped and fell while trying to prank Mistya. Oh, I can't. This is the worst. Song again. No one asks for an encore. That might turn out to be a hint. There's already been an answer among the evidence we've already seen. Yeah, see, I must have burned you up to think one of the humans you looked down on was making fun of you. Sanae showed up at your stall taller than ever and told you it was all thanks to the power of her miracles. You believed her, didn't you? When she was just standing on stilts, something even you could do, you became convinced she'd done it just to mock you. Shall I come out and just say it? Those stilts are different lengths because you hacked them down to size with one of your kitchen knives, aren't they? Perhaps you'd gotten Sanae dead drunk, like Marissa, and when you woke her up at closing time, she stood up in a rush, and I can imagine what came after. I don't remember, it's so embarrassing. I just kept falling down over and over. You couldn't fucking take them off? Or just fly? That's what it was. Yes, yeah, this is as far as your revenge will go. You'll be found guilty. But you'll still have the Grimoire's magic, isn't that enough? I lost in the trial, but in the end, I'm still the winner. That's all I have to say. Mystia. I think she was prepared for this. It'd all become more beautiful. The karma of this matter runs quite deep. Maybe. I cannot help but let my profession's outlook bleed out into my free time. Oh, words. In any case, I'll now that the true culprit is confessed, the verdict is a foregone conclusion. What the fuck do you want? What now? Why is the prosecution interfering? True culprit has been found without a doubt. I will not contest the culprit has been exposed, and the motive is clear. But there's still one possibility we have not considered. What on earth could you be talking about here? A possibility. It is possible both suspects were accomplices. Both of them knew of this grimoire, and they might have colluded to commit this crime. I'm gonna lose my mind. For the 20th time. However, no one has benefited from the theft yet. So it could be that one of them betrayed the other. And you can't deny that the accused had the grimoire in her possession without a doubt. So she might have stolen pages from it herself. That can't be! Sanae is completely innocent! I'll make myself clear. I want to see proof that the accused never took anything from that grimoire. I'm gonna just... Oh my gosh, there's this game and one more. Is the next game a full game like this one, or is it just like a 1 or 2 trials? Oh, buddy. Come on. Mystia, you have to tell him the truth. You did this all on your own, right? Dude. Oh, no. Mystia, dude. Need you give it up. She's not gonna help us. Right. Someone ate some pages and used those spells. Shouldn't something have happened by now? Not for sure. Magic can vary on a case-by-case basis, but it should take about half a day to take effect. Gave just 2 trials to your knowledge? Okay. Yeah, we only have to wait for effects to show and everything will be clear as day. The verdict. Unacceptable when we present a proper... What the fuck? We have proven that someone tried to frame Sanae. We've proven that Sanae couldn't have done some of this. We have proven that Mystia did this. And she's confessed. They might have been accomplices. Seriously? The final bell, let's consider every angle we can. I don't fucking know. Feather. You wouldn't. For sure that could be it. Click everything! Sanae herself. That's where I was going next, is start presenting people. Yeah. It's like there's so much good. There's so much in these trials that the game does really well. And then they just throw just some weird shit. What are you trying to say? It's very simple. The spells stolen from the grimoire are all the kind that you'd use to change your appearance. So we've been told spells to change one's height or the size of one's bust. In that case, the conclusion is obvious. Sanae's tall and gorgeous, and her bust is big enough. She wouldn't need anything like that. Uncomplicated arguments are often the most convincing, I suppose. That? You've done Aya for real this time. All comes down to Remelia now. Prosecution have an objection? I do not. I was outdone this time. Quite impressive work. Oh, not at all. You had to be trembling the whole time. That's every trial. She's trying to act cool in front of the audience. But if that's what it'll take to get her to back down, then I'll let her. Every truth has been made clear. I'll now render my verdict upon the defense and I coach you. Yippee. Dev just wanted everyone to fight over Sanae. And the Dev hates Reimu and thinks Sanae is the greatest character of all time. Me too, kid. Me too. Oop. You had to save an innocent person, so it was all worth it in the end, right? Still doesn't feel like it'll make much for an article. Not really all you care about. I am Momiji! Oh, Sanae, you've been set free? Fuck you, by the way, Sanae. Ain't that pain in the ass. It's all thanks to your hard work. Thank you so much. You must express your gratitude as well. You should drop by the shrine whenever you feel like it. We'll bring up just our best steak just for you. Your best steak, huh? Don't mind if I do. You're as self-interested as ever. Hey, if I have to keep doing this job, I'll make sure I get to enjoy the perks. Now, we have to return home. Please come visit us soon so I can thank you properly. Sanae's such a nice, polite person, isn't she? Like, you don't flip her switch. Oh, looks like the police are taking Misty away. Well, she's the culprit, so that's how it has to be. We know she's already resigned herself. This does say Grimoire of Marissa Trial 1. I commented that earlier. She has a lot of guts. Like somebody you expect from running a business on their own. I think that has anything to do with this. Maybe I'll interview her again next time we meet. I had no idea she had so much on her mind. No way. Missy's body's changing. Magic must finally be acting. What kind of beauty she gonna turn into? Let me prepare my camera. Momiji. We never saw anything, right? Nope. We never saw what Misty has become. You know, we were looking straight at her. You convicted, run away with, you're never gonna catch me alive. I guess with Marissa sort of that one time, right? It looks like the second trial of all time or something. Marissa, those spells of yours are a huge failure. Hey, now, my spells work perfectly, but, you're right about the horrifying side effects of using more than one of them in the preface. So this is... malmutation due to excessive magical contamination. Well, nothing I can do about it, so I'll be going. What is this? Aya? What? I took a picture, but are you seriously gonna write an article about this? The kind of picture that'll get me censored. I thought so. Does what's going on about deep karma, this case back there. I think it's all gonna leave us with deep scars. Yeah. Now, okay, so I want to make sure. It's like, there are some, like, later plot points in that trial I took some issue with. To be fair, really, my only issue with that trial is just Sanae. It's just Sanae being like, oh, I don't want to say, like, all they have to do is turn that into, like Sanae gives us some information about this thing that happened a while ago. It doesn't get brought up for a while. Okay? It doesn't get brought up for a while. Eventually gets brought... and then, like, it just gets brought up at some point. She gets embarrassed about it, and that's fine. All they have to do is that. And I take significantly less issue with everything. Like, that's really my biggest gripe with that trial. It's just like, so much of the trial is just down to that. Oh no, did I just see a doll? Suspect is Alice? Instant the Force Magic, suspect is Alice again, and Aya can't defend her, but the Yama has a plan. A legal team to rival Aya and Momiji is a... What? What the fuck? Oh no! Oh, these games terrify the shit out of me. Okay, that's gonna be it for now.